top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road. 51 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. And the Mustangs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. They got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across it when he ran back into his own end zone. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, SMU.
Line gets set, first down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Give to the running back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Mustangs with the first and... Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Second down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Obliterates him, still on the move. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Grabs it in the middle. After the pickup of 9, it's second and 1.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll line up for a second down play. Smith takes the handoff. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Around the end, it's Johnson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Crowder. He fires one deep down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Plays at the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Taylor. Stopped after making the catch. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. three on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Back to pass, it's Jennings. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
And the Mustangs get it past the sticks.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. He wants to throw. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mustangs.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll try to do it himself. Good run on the play, and Avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense pounced on that. Now they're headed the other way. Touchdown, SMU! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ross. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw, it's Crowder. And the running back made the catch along the sidelines, but he drifted out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll try the run. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down. Solid gain, and we are done in the 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for a runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Sweet cut there. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
The Mustangs are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wide out in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Picks up 4. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now on 2nd and goal. The give is to Smith. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the field goal unit is on the field. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
26, Troy 3.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And he's dragged down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Toss sweep to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense there, expecting run on that play, making the tackle, and now giving yourself a chance to get off the field.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. And the Trojans are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Crowder. using the back as a receiver on the screen. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Off the play fake. Fires one high and deep. He makes a grab, and he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Trojans. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and now it's a two-possession game, down 15. Still just a two-possession game. A lot of time to go as they try for the onside kick here. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Handoff to the lone back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Handoff from the gun. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, look out. There he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away.
26.
The Trojans underway in the second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff.